Okay, so we're doing some tuning up of this truck, and the intention was to replace the frame, but after we got into some tuning up and trying to get this thing to run well, we're finding that there's some real issues here. This is the old exhaust intake manifold gasket. So if you picture the exhaust ports and intake ports, we took this gasket out because there was a leak being exhaust leak. You could hear it. And typically when we do replace them, and here's the carburetor and whatnot, we'll put on a double gasket, mainly because the exhaust manifold itself will warp. And the exhaust manifold, here's the intake manifold, and the exhaust manifold are these two ports as well as two others out there. But we put two gaskets on in order to get a good crush. But what Mo's showing you there is, even though we've crushed it down, show us that again, Mo, that paper literally goes right in there. So there's no way to get this exhaust manifold to bolt up. Even though we have it right here, we don't have the nut on there, we know that if we crush that, and sometimes when you crush a gasket it makes it junk after a while, or after just one crush. So we're not going to crush it, mainly because we don't want to trash these gaskets, which are a little expensive. We know that we cannot get that to seat. So the recommendation here is to put a ceramic coated header on, and the header will go on and resolve that issue. There is no longer a manifold available for this, so that's why we go with the header, and that's our suggestion there. It will solve the exhaust leak. The other thing that we had to do is we had to remove the injection pipe, which was rotted, and it was literally rotted right into the head. And in order to remove it, we had to pull it out and put in brass plugs, but we couldn't get these out because they were rotted right in, so we've welded them shut, which basically takes the injection emission part of the head right out of it. From a running standpoint, it'll still run fine. It's very typical that Land Cruisers have that removed, and this is way past the age of emission. So anyway, it's a long video to tell a short story of we need to have a ceramic coated header in order to make this so that it runs right and does not have an exhaust leak, and ultimately will pass inspection. So that's our recommendation there.